Hello and welcome to the stream. Welcome another time. Hi. You can see I tried a different color today. I tried this red theme instead of blue, what I had in the last few days. So let me guys know which color you guys do prefer. Quite high. How are you doing? As a face, are you interested in having a face cam for yourself? Is that what you're saying? I am using my phone only, but I do plan on getting a Logitech C920. That is the idea. But currently, I don't know, in the last few months, it's just so fucking expensive. Like, it used to cost like 50 or 60 or even 70 bucks. And right now, I can only find it for 100 bucks. Like, I can only find it for 100 euros everywhere. And it's literally insane. Because I want to wait till it's like at 70 or something like that again. Because I don't want to have, like, I don't want to pay 100 bucks for a webcam that is literally like 8 years old. Yeah, it's still fine, but like, it got more expensive in the last few months, and that's just stupid. But yeah, at some point I do want to buy that webcam, probably. Because then I could actually use my phone while streaming, you know? To a situation where you can just write messages, or even I can control the fucking light while I stream. And I don't have to do it before the stream. I can change the color in the stream and things like that. That would be kind of nice. Not gonna lie. That would be kind of nice. But yeah, anyway. Today we have got another plan. So, due to Torben and Z playing their match on Monday as the third game, which was not planned, but which was kind of nice, we do have a free spot right now. So, that means that we do not have a game right now. But we still will do something about the tournament. We still will have some content about the tournament. As you can see in the title, we do have a special guest today.
Do it.
Welcome to the stream as well, Evan. We will have a special guest for an analysis of the last games and also to look forward to the other games. So yeah, He is already in the voice chat. So, Quoddy, welcome to the stream. And, yeah, you're one of the quarterfinal participants. So what do you think about your matchup against Gav? Let's take that as the first question.
I don't know. I don't know if I should be confident. I mean, he's one of the smartest people I know, which is kind of worrying. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know.
Have you already started preparing? Or do you plan on preparing specifically on Gav?
I mean, yeah, but no, I haven't done anything yet. I probably should, but I haven't yet.
So I think like the quarterfinals will really be even more interesting and more competitive than the group phase. Let's say or first round. Let's just say first round, because in the first round, like we did have some matches like Evan versus 9up. That was not such an interesting matchup. That was like we can just straight up say that was a stomp. Like that was not even close. Like 9up didn't stand a chance.
Ah, so mean.
Yeah, it's just the fact. Like,
I mean, yeah.
that wasn't such a good game or such an interesting game. On the other hand, there were also games like Deathshed versus General, which was interesting and like it wasn't a stomp, but the quality of the game was just not as high as in other games.
Painful.
Yeah, you could also say painful. Well,
painful.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But now we do have, like, we also had games like Torben vs. Z, which was, like, I'm not going to say it was the highest quality game because
look, we all learned a life lesson in that game.
Yeah, first of all, we all learned a life lesson, especially Torben, because like that was painful for him. But yeah, it was also such an interesting game because both games could have been won by anyone, and it wasn't low quality. It wasn't blunder after blunder after blunder, but most of the blunders were actually seen by the enemy and by the opponent and used as a way to come back in the game. For example, Torben only made the one big mistake of not seeing the mate, but Z saw it, you know? Like I would say, if there was a mate in 2 at some point in that Chatter's general game, I wouldn't be sure if that would have been seen and abused.
Throws the game. Proceeds to throw the game again by removing the king.
But yeah, actually, Evan just asked a question that I wanted to ask as well. Who's your prediction? Even though you're playing yourself, like, who's your prediction? Who will win the tournament?
Who will win?
I'm gonna say mine as well, or I'm gonna think about it.
Ooh.
But who's your prediction?
I didn't watch. Well, I watched. I don't know how to say if it's Juicy or Jussie or whatever. I watched that yesterday, and that was really good. Like,
yeah, that was really good. I'm gonna say that was the most high quality game we've had so far. Like, that game just had so much quality. Even though it was 800 against 800 in rating, both players just played so well. Like, that could have been a final or semi-final at least.
Yeah, I don't know, because obviously I haven't seen Evan play properly, so I don't really know. Because 9up's game doesn't really count as like a proper.
Yeah, that is true. But I think we did see that Evan did abuse every mistake that 9up did.
That is true. I mean, they're playing each other on Friday, so.
I think that is going to be the most interesting match, and I think the winner of that game is a really good contestant to win the whole thing. But on the other hand, we also cannot underestimate Z. Z won against Torben. Even though he was down a bit, I think he has been training with Torben again. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's doing it now, to be
I
fair.
think Z is going to be this underdog, but who has really good chances. You know?
What you think? You think Z has a chance to win? Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna proceed to train with Torben. I think he has good chances to at least make the final.
Dang. Let me just put this.
But also, like you haven't seen Coco and Fabi play. But
No.
I do know how both of them play. But especially I do know that Coco has been playing a lot recently. And Coco is not a bad player. He is like on chess.com his rating is definitely not accurate because he plays a lot on Elite Chess instead. But on Elite Chess I think he's like 1000 rated and he definitely plays really good. So I think Coco cannot be underestimated as well, or should not be underestimated. I think Coco goes into the matchup as the favorite.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll see later.
As the favorite, and yeah, we'll see the matchup later. I feel like if Fabi really concentrates, that it's not decided yet. Both of them can definitely win that. It's not like 9 up against 7, you know. It's not gonna be like that.
Hey, 9-up could have won. He just didn't.
Well, yeah.
Actually, no.
In
I take back
theory-
all of the 9-up positivity comments.
In
I
theory,
realized
he
that
could have. But
I just had like flashbacks to the town of Salem yesterday.
yeah,
I'm like, no, 9-up's not smart.
Practically, he always blundered on the second move in both matches.
A second move.
Yeah, literally the second move.
Or like pawn e4 and then queen straight in front of the other guy's pawn.
Something
That's
like that.
like
yeah.
the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
What?
No, not exactly that, but it was blunders on the second and third move. He did like he got his knight out and then captured a pawn that was defended and things like that.
Okay. That's not very smart. Right, so we're gonna get the.
He's just
Gotta
not
get the
playing chess
analysis
a
up.
lot, but I think
You might have to share your screen in the call so that it doesn't have the stupid delay from Twitch. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to react to what's happening on time.
Well, I don't really show anything, so.
Wait. No, I need to know what's happening.
There's not much happening. It's just me sitting
I'm
here.
bored now. I'm upset.
It's just about the analysis itself.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'll keep the stream open then, and you can have your extra viewer.
You gotta get that channel
Telling me
points
to gift the sub.
to spam Bakamitai later.
2,670 missed wins. Do I already know I have enough missed wins?
Well, you already have enough missed wins in your chess games.
Oh, brutal. Real. That hurts. You know when you say like with a guest in the title, who did everyone think it would be? Like, there was no way it wasn't me, right?
True, actually.
Every single time you streamed with anyone else, it's always been with me.
Yeah, well, actually true. Like, I don't think I've streamed, like, if it was not a group of people, the smallest group was when we played Codenames once, but every time we played in a group of people, I think it was, like, if I didn't play with a group of people, I'm confused. What I'm saying is, if it wasn't a group of people and I wasn't alone, I think I was streamed with you. I don't think I've streamed with anyone else.
Oh man. Hey, guess
Yeah,
what?
actually true. What?
Guess new Among Us map comes out March 31st.
Ooh, March 31st.
They actually released the date. It's funny because when they announced it, they said at some point in March, and it coming out on the last possible day is so funny.
Yeah,
It'll be like what, 3 days of airship and then straight back to Polis.
True, probably true, actually.
We've been saying that for so long.
Yeah. That's probably
That's
gonna be like
okay.
that. It do be like that, you know.
Oh man.
But
Wait.
yeah, I really think that that UC vs Evan, it's really unfortunate that they play in the quarterfinal already. Because I think those are two of the strongest players, definitely. So that could really be a finals matchup.
Yeah.
I think if
I
they
mean,
wouldn't have a bad
it'll be a
day,
good
they
one.
would definitely both get to the final.
Damn. You have no faith in me. I'm upset.
Well, if I look at Yussi vs Evan, and then like I see one of them will proceed to the semi-final, and will play against you or Gaff.
I mean, yeah. Rip Koi's feelings. I am hurt. You are right. Yeah, I see a Cal in your stream.
You see Cal in my stream? What?
I have the viewer list open. I see Cal, and I'm like, oh, it's Cal.
Yeah,
It's because I'm in your title. That's why he's here.
Yeah, baiting the viewers, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I just feel like Evan versus Yossi in the same bracket is just really unfortunate because I do feel like if I look at their matches, I do feel like they didn't blunder much, and they really saw the blunders from their opponent. They saw what their opponent was doing and was planning, and they just played really solidly. And especially like one of the, well, I cannot look like. Evan's match is just difficult to judge, but I feel like one big thing I saw in the game of UC was just him using his time and him actually thinking about what was happening, which is something not many in the tournament actually did. Like especially if I look at Pixel versus Irish, for example, both of them played really quick. And I couldn't even keep up in the game. I couldn't even commentate anything, actually.
I haven't prepared for dead chat yet. Should I be worried? Well, the VOD is there, right? For yesterday.
Yeah, the VOD is
It
definitely
was.
there.
You probably shouldn't be worried, but you never
Yeah,
know.
you shouldn't be
Maybe
worried, I
dead
think.
chat will. Maybe dead chat will pop off tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, like you actually never know.
Wait, when is it? Not find the bloody.
Oh my
thing,
god,
man.
David, thank you so much. Thank you very much for the €1.
€1. Oh, how do you feel?
I'm feeling rich now.
You're feeling rich. What, your revenue off Twitch is what? €3.50?
Well,
Maybe 4 with the ads as well.
Well, let's look. I think like the ads are literally ridiculous.
It's like 2p per stream. It's not bad.
Let's look at that quickly.
Funny though.
Oh, by now I've got 25 cents with ads.
Ah, going places.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let me look at mine. I don't know how to. Wait.
But I also like never run ads. I run ads like once per stream.
Oh, I've run ads twice.
Yeah, I should be running ads more often so that pre-roll ads are disabled, but I just never do. I don't know.
Channel analytics. Right, let's look at this. Ads. Oh god, how did you look at a total? I can't find a total. Oh, it's just like it's 2 cents per day for the last 2 months.
You can just go down and then there's the estimated revenue and there's ads in there as well, right?
Well, here it is. Okay, 30 cents in the last 30 days.
Let's go.
And oh, 73 cents. This guy's getting bad. I was in the wrong month. I was in the wrong month. The first month was 30 cents, and this month was 73.
Let's go.
Do you see what happened? This happened yesterday. It was so funny. We were in we were playing Among Us, and I was imposter with Torben, and Z is so confident that it's it's Dogboy and 9up, or one of the two, and he said, look, if it's not one of the two of them, then then I'll gift 5 subs to Koi. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure? And obviously I knew I was imposter, and he said yeah, and the game ended, and I was like, oh, come on, Z. And he actually did it, and I was like, oh my god.
That is so nice.
Yeah, it was really nice of him.
The gamble about the gifted subs.
It's so funny. I just saw it, I was like, oh god. Z. I want to watch this game. I haven't watched this full game.
Which one?
Show me. I thought the point was you wanted to show me Torben and C's game.
I can pull that one up, surely. Wait a second.
Awesome. I like how everyone redeems Bakamitai all the time. Like, it's just, I just keep hearing it.
Why am I not logged in chess.com? What the fuck?
Wait, you don't even have to log in saved?
Yeah, I do. Normally I don't think I ever logged in again.
Even I'm logged in. What?
Okay. Fuck. What is my password on chess.com? What the hell?
Oh my god. You're fumbling. You're fumbling. Even have premium chess.com, you can't be forgetting the password. Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Definitely
your
didn't
stream.
forget it. Definitely didn't forget it.
You look so concerned. I love it. You're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh no. What have you done? You still not getting? Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what? You deserve this. That's what I should do.
Oh, what? Okay, I'm logged in.
Yeah, you'll find out. Here you go. Yeah, fun. It's my stream now. I've hijacked it.
I think that was 10 seconds, and now I can say thank you, Johannes, or however I can pronounce that name. But yeah, funny thing, I couldn't even log in with the password. That's the problem, because I needed to log in via Google directly. Because there was no password for chess.com itself, because I was just logged in via Google.
Oh my... Oh my god.
Well, anyway.
You are... That was not smart.
There's Torben's account. So I could look at the games and...
Oh my, Gav's here. Gav, are you scared?
Gav, hi.
You should be. Feel intimidated by me. Oh. I mean, realistically, I don't think I stand a chance, but I'm gonna try anyway. Yes, I'm very scared. Wow, that's good.
Okay, so if you want to look at the game again, we could have a little analysis of the Torben vs. Z game as well. I
Okay.
did just pull it up, so we can look at that
Let's see
one
it.
again, which was the first game was Z with the white pieces. So it was d4, d5, knight f3, knight c6, so pretty standard. And then it was knight c3, which is kind of the idea of having 4 knights game, maybe. And response was the bishop that got out. So some kind of Italian ideas, but weirdly with the d pawns being out instead of the e pawns. So yeah, maybe also some London system ideas by Torben there. But
It
yeah,
always does this.
the
Every single game.
True actually. That is something you probably should prepare for if you're playing against Torben.
Well, if there's ever a second one.
Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Torben lost. Torben
Yes.
has no opponent. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
I do know my own tournament. Nice.
I know the tournament better than you. And all I'm doing is like what? Flip-flopping between the general updates channel to see the VOD bracket because I forgot. And
Well, I do mainly play chess, but I do, like, at the moment because of the tournament, but I do play other games as well. For example, mostly I also play Among Us normally, and also Stardew Valley with, I have played alone in a while, but, yeah, I have been
so much less
I
fun.
have been hoeing the floor with QWERTY a lot. So yeah, let's get back to the game. Torben played knight f6 afterwards, after the e3 push, and at this position it's really even, as the engine suggests as well. And it's just both players had a solid opening, developed their pieces. Also with this move by Z, it's just developing. Torben retreating his bishop here to save it. Castles, and Torben brings his queen out to prepare the castling move. This pawn move is just a little weird, because the problem
it's like because it's defended, yeah.
Yeah, that was the problem, because the pawn is attacked 3 times, and it's only defended 2 times. So Z should have really calculated this before he made this move, because that move led to him losing a piece here. He did see that he shouldn't take it.
Like Z lost. I like how you talk about it like Z lost.
Well, he did lose that exchange, and that exchange led to him being down a lot. He did see that he shouldn't take with his bishop here, which would just be another exchange, where he's still down a piece in the end, and pushed the pawn here instead, which is a good move. And then this pawn was taken. Now apparently he should have taken the knight. I actually don't really know why at this point. But the pawn push is just not good.
I don't know. I think if he takes the knight, then
I don't know.
I think it wants a queen trade. I think that's what it wants.
Takes, and then you threaten this as well. But what happens if takes? Oh, then you win this knight because it's taken by the queen and the knight. That is the idea. That is the idea, that you take the knight here because that is free.
Yeah.
And the bishop blocks the queen on the knight before. So that would have been the idea, and like this you just lose this because now the bishop is attacked. You need to trade another time. And then
I love how
is Some
I love how even
checkmate.
the queen takes the free pawn is a question mark.
Yeah, because knight takes is better. Because after queen takes, there's still this move where you win a piece for white.
Yeah, yeah.
There's still this move, like, you know, this knight takes move where you're just winning a piece. So queen takes is just the worst move here, but it's totally fine. Still, Torben is still up a piece after this exchange, a piece and 2 pawns actually. And then bringing out the queen here is totally fine, because then you have got the same idea of the double attack on the knight right here. So Torben found the move to defend with his knight, which does save his knight right here. But now there's the double attack on the other knight, which Z should have taken here. He didn't, so now Torben should have defended this, obviously. But he did not see that as well, or he should force the queen trade, which is what the engine suggests, but it's also defending the knight at the same time. Yeah. So now Z should still look for some kind of pressure on this maybe, but the pawn is blocking it, so the engine suggests...
I love the engine. I love it. It's so funny.
Now the engine is suggesting to look for this pin on the knight. And the idea is, if you take here and pawn takes, you do have the threat of taking the pawn and forking here if the queen is not right here. Pushing the pawn here does not really do anything because it doesn't pin, obviously. So now this knight fork comes in and it doesn't look really good for Z right here. It's like the knight fork on queen and bishop, and also the bishop attack, the discovered attack here. So this move doesn't really save anything. Now the rook was gone, and this was actually not...
How does he win this game?
Actually, this was not a good move, because you could have had this pawn takes on B. C takes B7 is what I want to say. Fuck, I cannot talk. You have this move, which is a real threat, because if you take here, then you just have queen C6, for example, which wins the knight. You just have, you could also just capture the bishop for free. There are a lot of moves out of there in this position, but yeah, Z thought this was a free knight and just captured it, which is not a good move, because now the pawn is pushed, so this pawn takes, C takes B7 is not possible anymore. And yeah, then the idea is just to move back. The engine still wants to trade the queens, because the black queen is just so dangerous right here. But Z has other plans and attacks the bishop.
Z has other plans. You think Z had a plan? I think Z had a plan.
And the bishop proceeds to take the rook, which is traded right here. And now it is good that the queen is guarding the bishop here, actually. And really important. So now Torben finally castles, which is, in hindsight, not a good idea, because the white squares, due to that B pawn push, which was a good move at that time, but due to that push, look at the white squares around the queen side. Like, this is the only square that is actually controlled by a pawn. But all the other squares, like, let's not take this is on the 8th row, that doesn't count. But like, all these squares are not defended by any pawn. And this pawn does control 2 squares. So there's a big problem for Torben, because his white squares are not defended here. And that actually...
Isn't, if he got the queen to D7 at this point, it would just be mate.
Yeah. If the queen was here, that would be mate. for example. But that is why he castled, because his king was still in the center. But now his king is, it seems safe behind those pawns, but as I just showed, these squares, these white squares, are really not defended by any means, and that is really a big problem in the future for Torben. So I think it would have been better, even though the engine suggests to do that as well. Like in this case, I'm just gonna say the engine doesn't always find the best move for your game specifically. Like, objectively speaking, that is the best move, but you should also look to make the game as easy as possible for yourself. So you shouldn't go into a line that is objectively best, but you don't know the moves. Because the engine suggests this move in, like, with
queen stack, that's the best move.
Yeah, like, the engine always thinks, like, you and your opponent, you always play the best possible move. And in those circumstances, castling queenside here is a good move. But if you consider that we are all humans and we are not even, like, masters by any means, like, we're far away from being chess masters.
Stupid.
Yeah, basically we're all stupid. So you should just really consider that and see that that is a big problem, and that we should have big king safety here. And instead of playing the best move objectively, like, I think it's just better to push the pawn, get the bishop out, and then castle kingside right here. But that is not what happened. Torben castled queenside. And now there was this queen e2 move, which felt kind of random at the time. Because I feel like queen takes bishop, and it's just not good. You need to put your knight in between. And it's just like, yeah, why didn't you defend? Like, why did you move your queen? Now you're not defending the bishop anymore. But that is not what happened. Like, the only thing that this queen move does is that it prevents the rook d1 check. It does prevent that, let's be fair. It does do something. And it also, like, what is not really logical, but it does also threaten this move, which leads to mate. But normally, black just takes the bishop here, and then you need to move your knight, and then you should be you should look at what you're doing, or you should just take this pawn if you're black, and you're completely fine. There's nothing white can do here. You took the one pawn that was actually worth anything. But that is not what happened.
He would just be pinned in the corner at this point.
Because Torben just now wanted to push the pawn and get his bishop out. What I said, what he should have done earlier. Yeah, what I said, what he should have done earlier by pushing the pawn and getting his bishop out and castling kingside. He now did push the pawn.
It's just a mate in two.
Look at that engine line.
I know. He's messed up. He's messed up.
Yeah. Because of the white squares that are undefended.
That one pawn.
Yeah, that pawn has got these two squares, and no pawn has got this square as well. It's the white squares that are undefended by Torben's pawns. It's just that. And then it's the check, and there's only one move, and then there's just checkmate. And that was such a huge comeback.
Yeah, it looked super unwinnable for him.
Yeah, it actually.
It just looked like it was.
Like, that is actually why you never resign.
Yeah.
That is why you never resign on this rating level. And that would be a really clickbaity YouTube title as well.
Why you never resign in
this
chess.
is why you never resign in chess.
Yeah.
But I think there's so many videos out there with that title already.
Probably.
But to be fair, I say that on stream a lot, that you shouldn't resign on this rating level.
I mean, surely just out of respect as well.
Yeah,
Not
but
satisfying.
if you're a master, like, there's no point in playing that. Because if you see the mate, your opponent sees the mate as well.
Oh yeah, but then like the game would no longer be fun at that point.
Yeah, but the
'Cause
masters do
you've never
resign
made
in positions that are like, oh yeah, it's mate in 15. Oh yeah, in 5 moves I'm forced to lose a rook. I'm gonna resign, you know? That is what happens on master level.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah, but that is how Z won the first game. And the second game was just a draw.
I like how if this hadn't happened, oh no, his king's one square over. If his king was on G, then it would just be one move Torben could win.
Yeah, it was quite close to checkmate the other way around. Like, as I said, if he
Yeah.
just takes the bishop here, gives the check, then the knight moves here, then you take the pawn, and black is still up 17. Like, what is he supposed to do here? He could give a random check, but then, like, then Torben just says,
Yeah, it's
oh, okay, bro, what are you gonna do?
not as powerful anymore.
There's nothing happening.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's unfortunate to watch. It's just like, I mean, you're gonna miss it, but it's just like, oh no.
Yeah, that was just the one opportunity. There's one pawn push.
I still love the bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was actually so funny.
no. Man.
That was... I think the biggest problem for Torben in that game was just being overconfident as well.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the second game, if he didn't pre-move that one move because he was so confident, then...
He won't admit that, but that's definitely true.
Yeah. Like, I do understand why he went in that game with confidence, because he is a strong player. Z is not a strong player. Or at least that's what I thought before. Torben played him a lot, and Torben even gave him tips and so on, so he was really, really confident. Like, he was at least confident that he is a better player than Z. Like, I'm not gonna say that Z is like player like 9-up general, dead shade, something like that. I think Z does know a bit about chess. Sorry, dead shade.
Oh, he's in your chat and you're flaming him. Dang.
Well, he does know that from the last few days already, so, you know.
Here? Oh no, he left. He's not here anymore. He was here.
Yeah, there's definitely no point in clipping that and sending that to him. Anyway,
not insulting him, don't worry. I hope he joins. I really hope he joins.
Oh my god. Yeah, I do think Torben just lost this game because he was overconfident. Like, this first game, he just lost because of that one blunder. I don't think he lost this because he was overconfident. It was just one thing he didn't see and he didn't consider. But the second game, like, if you pre-move, I don't know, you've got so much time. Maybe it was just him being impatient as well. But
I mean, show me. I wanna know what happened.
Let's pull up the second game then.
Albany throwing for content.
Well, throwing for content is actually not what he did. That would have been more funny.
No, I spoke to him. It was definitely not throwing for content.
He did want to proceed. He did want to go into the next round.
All that he said was, I shouldn't pre-move my king. And I was like, yeah, that's generally something you shouldn't do. I mean, I can't really talk. My 650 rating's not anything special.
Okay, so let's look at this second game. That is game 2. Torben against Z. This time it's Torben with the white pieces playing his weird C4 opening. I still don't know what he's doing with C4.
But it's a book move. It must be the right
Yeah,
thing
it's
to do.
like everything is a book move because there's like it's still bad though. No, it's
still bad.
No, it's just weird. I'm not saying it's specifically bad, but it's weird.
Bad. I love it.
Like, it's just like E4, D4 is just way better in my opinion. Like, this is some kind of reverse
Yeah, but
Solvin now.
it's no fun. You do that every game.
Yeah, it's just random opening moves. I don't really, yeah. It's some weird moves here, but sure.
Rook G7 or G1.
Rook
What?
G1 was actually a good move because of that that Bishop B7 move. And
Yeah,
you cannot respond with Bishop G2 because that wouldn't be defended. So you need to move your rook.
Oh, I wasn't looking at Bishop. I just saw the rook move, and I was like, why is the rook moving this early in the game?
Yeah, it is a good idea though. Yeah, but it's just like this is just weird. I don't know why you keep up the pressure instead of just, you know, taking, which happened one move later.
It's better if we asked them; they wouldn't even know.
And then there was the early queen trade, but then the bishop was lost and Torben was up 3 again.
Oh man.
But then this was an interesting move, because now Z pushed the pawn here, and the idea was if white takes, then you take and you get the pawn, that you get the fork here. Like, obviously the fork doesn't really help you anything because the rook moves, and if you take here it's just a trade. But you do get like a fork, which is always kind of nice. It's just cool to have.
You're like, yeah, big brain.
And it is actually good to take here, because this rook move is a... I don't even think it's only an inaccuracy. Like, it's undefended. It's just a free rook. Well, it is defended, but you know.
But
it's
yeah,
rook
you're
versus
gaining
bishop.
more than losing.
So the engine line would have been to take here, then knight takes, and then you take the rook. Because now it's undefended, because you traded off the defender. And then black is up 2 in material. Well, actually black is still down 1, but, you know, because knight takes. But it's a good trade.
I mean, what? I mean, the left side is not in a good way for Z.
Yeah, but that is not what happened. Z pushed the pawn instead, which is a random move, not gonna lie. And then instead of taking the knight here, which is defended, but like, I don't know. Then Torben played this rook f1 move, which I just don't understand. I don't understand this move. Is it to push? Yeah, it's probably to push this pawn. I don't even know. And then he did take. Oh my god! Why am I
he's yawning. He's yawning again.
I don't even know why.
Subscribe with a tier 3 sub.
It is so annoying that you cannot give 3 emotes to tier 1. But like only 1 emote per tier. It's
my
so
my throw on 3 emote that will exist will be tier 1 because everyone wants that.
Well, but then yeah, then it was taken here, and the knight took back, which is obviously the bad move because now The rook is completely gone, and it's not even traded because the knight is not on b1 anymore.
Mm.
And then you just have a few mistakes.
This does not look like the Torben I know. This is the imposter Torben.
And then this is actually a
What
really
are
nice
you doing,
move.
you crazy man?
This is actually a really nice move by Z.
Ooh,
Because it could have just gone back here maybe. Or something like that. To save his knight by the pawn, which is attacked. But I don't know if it was planned or not. But this move is a really good move. It looks like a big blunder because like it's just taken. Which is what happened. But you do get the pin. You do get to pin the knight right here. And there's no real way to defend this. Like, white can maybe push this pawn to defend it or something like that. But you just push the pawn and pick up the knight with your pawn. And you won a pawn in the process. And you're really good. So Torben just broke the pin with his bishop, developed it. He knew that his knight was gone.
This does look bad. This does look bad for Torben anyway.
Yeah, now it really does look bad after that trade. And now losing another piece right here. It does look bad for him. Z found a few good moves here. And then Torben blunders another rook right here. Just moves it into the line of the bishop.
He's just not looking.
I don't know what happened to Torben there.
Can't blame the whole thing on this famous king
process
move. Like,
in the process, that knight was still here, but then like this is just simplifying for Z, because now it's just one rook against a knight instead of white still having a knight and a bishop. That's just simplifying and pushing the pawn here. Hungry swing. Thank you much. Thank you much. Yeah, I can definitely still talk. Thank you very much for the follow is what I wanted to say. And welcome to the stream.
You do have follow alerts. I've never seen your follow alert before.
I changed them a lot, actually. In the beginning,
mine is significantly more boring than yours.
Yeah, I did try to set up every follow alert with some special thing and like sub alert, donation alert, all that shit.
I don't think I've done a. Oh no, I have done a donation alert. It's never happened.
And then there's this move which changed a lot actually. Because like naturally you think, oh yeah, let's take this. Fabi, thank you very much for the prime sub. Now you did get to see the sub alert which I just talked about again.
Join us. Wait, one of us. Here we go. Oh no, I posted the wrong thing. No.
What did you post?
I messed up. There we go, I've saved it.
Yeah, the salute, you know. I should have done that in a suit, maybe.
Do it, redo it. Come on.
Yeah, but back to the analysis. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back into the game. Z took this pawn, which does look natural, but now tell me, fuck, you can see the engine. But now tell me, what is the move
I can't read the bloody engine.
Well, okay, good. Then tell me, what is the move that is the big threat in? What is the reason for this to be a blunder?
Knight F6.
Wow, you just read the fuck. Well, yeah. Good job. You saw the knight F6 check with the fork on the king and the rook. And Torben saw that as well. Which means
how does he lose?
Which means that it's now a knight against nothing. Z still gets to push this pawn, but there's like actually this is the furthest away you can be to still save this. so that Z cannot make a queen.
Well, he can, but it would be very pointless.
And now, this is the big moment. Because here, Z pushes the pawn, Torben takes.
And Torben pre-moved the bloody
And
king
then-
here, didn't he?
Then,
This is what happened.
Z pushes
yeah,
another pawn.
takes-
And as white, you just take here. And he
here
would have done
Here comes
it.
the king. Here
But
comes
he
the king.
pre-moves his king.
Here comes the king.
He pre-moves the king. And Z takes the pawn. And now it is a draw. Because now Torben moves, Z moves, Torben pushes the pawn, king goes over. Like, you can fight over the pawns, but it's just a fucking draw. Because the king gets to go over to the D pawn.
Oh no!
And the G pawn is defended. If
This
white,
is upsetting.
if white just takes the pawn here, then
Yeah, you just
the
take
logical move
king
is to
takes,
take.
and then you've only got
And
one
then you
pawn left,
push.
so they can't defend.
You push and Z needs to go there. No, actually you don't push that. Then you do push here. And the king still needs to move over here. And you just get a
Oh, because
queen.
even
There's no way to
if
defend
it goes
both.
there, now you can get the other one through.
Yeah.
So upsetting.
And
What
it
an
was
idiot.
just this pre-move, this king pre-move. Because at this point, like, obviously, it's just a win for Torben.
So it happened instantly, right? That's
Yeah.
how you know that it was a pre-move, because it just happened like the second that you did
Look
it.
at the time. He's got 8:22 before the move, 8:13. Then he's got 8:22. Took him 1 second to do this move. He lost a second, got 10 back. And for this, he had 8:22 and gets 8:31. So it was pretty much a pre-move.
Oh my god. Yeah, it says plus. It says 0, 0, 0. It is a pre-move. Brutal. Is a blunder.
Yeah, you could look at the time, I think, as well.
King F3 is a blunder. What an
Yeah.
idiot. In the chat.
This
Can I
move
install him?
takes 0.1 seconds, which is a pre-move.
I like how Fabi subscribed right before his game in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
You know who you were rooting for now, right?
Yeah, but well, that was the 2 games, and then with this pre-move, this just resulted in a draw.
Okay, it's a good watch. It makes you feel bad because it's like, Torben, what are you doing?
At this point, they just agreed for a draw because there's like they realized they've been just running in circles for like 5 minutes.
And they're going to be running in circles for a very long time.
Yeah, because there's no way Z pushes this pawn because then it's taken. There's no way Torben pushes this pawn because then it's taken. And there's no way Torben moves this knight or Z pushes this pawn. Like, Torben only moves his knight back to A1.
Yeah, because he can't, because the queen. Oh.
And there's also no way they don't defend the pawns. Because then the other king can take it. So, you know.
So upsetting. So upsetting. Anyway, I will let you get the other 2 in here.
Yeah, I will quickly ping them.
Are they here? Coco is online.
Yeah, I think they are
Barbie
here.
is in your. Barbie is also online.
I'm pretty sure they are ready for that game. Just gonna ping them to let them know.
Well, I will leave when I see them jump in. Oh, here's Fabi.
Fabi,
Hello.
hi. And I do need to turn up your volume a bit, I think.
I saw him light up, but I didn't hear him. I don't know if he knows that.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay, I think Coco will join in a minute as well. And then that will be our last game for the round 1. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see the next, the last matchup. Oh, why did I just close chess.com? I'm stupid.
Oh my god. You're shouting a mare of a time today. It's not going well.
At least I don't need to re-log in.
True. Oh, that was funny.
That was stupid.
That was really stupid, you're right.
I'm definitely prepared and don't need to change a few things like in the scene.
Oh man. Alright, well, I will leave you to it. I have my own stream to get to, but
Yeah.
it was nice doing that. I enjoyed watching those games. And good luck, Favi.
Thank you.
I will have it open in the background. I will check in every once in a while.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you
Yeah,
later.
I'll see you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay. Oh, I actually think for Coco to join, we need to go to a community event, so I'm gonna quickly move you. Perfect. Okay, so how confident are you for the game?
Pretty confident. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Just lost 100 elo points in the last 2 days, so
Coco, hi.
it was a pretty
Hello.
strong few days, I guess.
But yeah, now you're coming back stronger.
Yes, yes. I was just trying to get my elo so low that I can start as white. No.
Oh
just
yeah, the 5-head tactics. I don't even know who's got the lower elo. So do you want to send an invite link or do you want to send a friend request on chess.com?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were going in 30 minutes. Well, fair enough. I don't really know how to do it.
The important thing is just that it is a 10+10 game, and who's got the lower rating? What's your rating, Coco?
Now it's like 690, I think.
Okay. I have 920. Almost 20. 10. Okay. Playing against a friend. No.
Then obviously Coco is gonna start with the white pieces. And my face cam is gonna freeze again. Nice.
I can't wait to be beaten into oblivion.
I think this is gonna be quite an interesting one. I don't think there's a big favorite for this game.
Where should I post the invite link?
Just post it in Chess Tourney and something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Are you ready to start?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Oh my god, you do love my face cam freezing all the time. Okay. So, you guys can talk if you want. I'm gonna deafen and wish you guys good luck for this game. Okay, so it is Coco with the white pieces, it is Fabi with the black pieces, and they are starting the game off quick with d4, d5, knight bishop f4, bishop f5, and now the c4 pawn break here, which is responded with knight f6, which does defend the pawn, knight b3, which does attack the pawn again, and another move to support the d pawn. Coco really wants to have the Fabi really wants to keep that pawn and keep the pressure up in the center. Matt Senna 88, thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Oh, I'm stupid. You don't see the game. I didn't change the scene. Thank you, guys. Professional streamer, guys. Okay. After e6, Coco responds with knight f3, so both are opening. Yeah, I'm gonna take this Bakamitai for myself for not changing the scene, I guess. Both players are playing a solid opening right here. And now this is the first aggression by Fabi, which does pin the knight to the king. And yeah, I just think it's really good that both players really played a solid opening. We have seen a lot of opening mistakes in the last game, so I'm just happy to see both players getting through the opening without any big blunders or losing any pieces. I think that is really good to see. And now is the uncommon knight a6 move, which does defend the bishop, and I actually do like it in this position. Even though the engine doesn't really like it, I think it's nice. It does keep up the aggression right here. Now the pawn is pushed, the c-pawn is pushed, which does close in the position a lot. There was a lot of pressure between this c-pawn and this d-pawn, which is now not there anymore because of this pawn push. But the problem is that this pawn push also does not let the bishop go back, so the bishop is kind of trapped here. It is defended so that it should be fine, but it is kind of trapped. So if a move like a3 comes through, there might be some trouble. The bishop would need to go to a5, and you don't want to have it there. And you need to kind of reroute it, I guess. Now Fabi just castles, which is a good move right here. Just have some king safety, activate the rook. That is always great. Now it's time for Coco to prepare his castling as well. He's gonna castle on the queen side, on the king side, as Fabi did as well. Now some aggressive knight move right here. Could be traded in the center. Fabi just sees that this is a weak square right now and goes for it. Now that is not a good move, castling right here, in my opinion, because now there would be the opportunity to actually free this bishop a bit. I don't think it's that bad that it deserves a Bakamitai though. But I think Coco just needs to be really careful now, because the bishop, the knight, and the other bishop are just in the back line, and you really need to be careful of that attack. That is the main thing right now. And by the way, Johnsky and yeah, I already said thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream to Matt Senna, but also to you. Welcome to the stream, Johnsky. Good to see you here. So now it is the queen f6 move, which the engine really doesn't like. Like, really doesn't like. Because of that, bishop takes a6 move, which is this one. And then b takes a6 would be the move, and this bishop would be lost because you just trade off the defender, and then the bishop is just lost right here. But the question is, does Coco find it? Yes, Coco does find this move. So now Fabi is in some trouble right here, because he needs to take it. There's no way around it. He could also think about just retreating here, but I don't think that is the solution. You still lose a piece either way. There's no way around that. There's no way to save this. And that is actually the first 2 pieces that were captured in this game so far. Yeah, and now there is the capture on the bishop. And what is the move here? Yeah, that is a good move right here. But the problem is that it's not. And Fabi sees that there's no point in capturing this, because then he's checkmated. So he really needs to be careful. He's down a piece and a rook right now, and this first game does not look good. But right now with this queen g6 move, Coco needs to be really careful, because now this g-pawn is pinned to the king, and will Coco see that this bishop move can be so dangerous right here? Will Coco see it and prevent this bishop move by maybe pushing the h-pawn? Or something like that. No, he will not see that. So now I really... No, actually not, because the queen is attacked. But I really like the idea of pressuring to play this move. So maybe I'd like to see something like queen g5 right here. Which would be an interesting move. But I think that is a chance that Coco has got right here. Yeah, actually, I'm stupid. Pushing the edge pawn would be stupid in that position, because obviously the pawn is pinned. That's the point, and it wouldn't be defended. But like there are other moves that you can do to prevent that, like instantly pushing here, for example. And Fabi did play this move. Fabi did play the g5 move, and Fabi does play the bishop h3 move. So the engine says it is still fine for white, but it is just such a difficult position because there is the queen takes g2 mate threat. So you really need to find a good move right here. Bishop g3 is the suggested move, but that is difficult to see. That just blocks the queen. That is really difficult to see right now. And the only other move that you really see is probably pushing the g-pawn, which just loses your rook. So what is Coco going to do to get out of this? To be fair, there was another pawn lost for Fabi, so he's down a rook, a minor piece, and a pawn by now, which is 9 points of material. So what is Coco going to do to defend this? He is thinking a bit about this move. He is considering multiple things probably. But what will be his final decision? He does find the bishop g3 move, which is incredible. I did not think he would find this. This is by far the best solution for this defense. Just putting a piece in between. Oh, for fuck's sake, why am I always yawning? Just putting a piece in between the queen and the pawn. Just ending the pin here. Attacking the bishop with your pawn now because it's not pinned anymore. And just totally destroying any kind of attack that was coming. Oh my god. Like, there are times where I'm like, oh fuck, why did I do this? And there are times when I'm like, oh yeah, it's so fucking funny that I've got the sound alerts. I just don't know if that was a good idea. Like, sometimes I'm having fun and sometimes I'm like, oh for fuck's sake. But most of the time I'm having fun. Not gonna lie, it was just a good idea to have these sound alerts, especially the Bakami Tai one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So Coco found the good move. And the hope for Fabi's comeback by this attack is kind of gone. You could think about knight takes g3, but I don't know. The engine move, top engine move, or top engine moves rather, would be bishop f5 and knight takes g3. So to use that sound alert, Fabi could try to yeet this this bishop off the board. Oh my god. Instead, he is going to save his own bishop, probably preparing moves like this, which is defended though. So let's see what he is going to do. Now, there is going to be the knight trade in the center, which is really good for Coco, because for once he is up material, and if you're up material, you want to trade. That's just the rule. It's just logical to trade when you're up material, because at the end, if you have got 2 knights and a queen, and your opponent has got 2 knights, and you trade off 2 knights, you've got a queen, and your opponent has got nothing. So that's why you want to trade pieces if you're down, if you're up material. It's that simple. But on the other hand, it was just a knight that was also attacking in the center. So that is why you want to trade that. So now there is... Oh my god. I'm yawning even more than usually. So now there is the aggressive bishop move with the attack on the queen. Queen moves back, and that is it for Fabi. Because this queen moves to g6 allowed the knight fork on the king and the queen. And yeah. I don't think I need to say anything here. The knight fork, and then Fabi didn't even try to take with the knight. It's just like he kind of gave up, I think. He just wants to not resign, but he gave up. He doesn't even try at this point. And that will be the mate in a few moves. Yeah, now there is the mate on e7, queen e7, queen c8 is also another mate. So yeah, there is the checkmate, and that was game 1. GG's for the first game. Really well played by both of you. It was just unfortunate.
Yeah. One huge blunder on my side.
Yeah.
Nah, I would say 2 at least 2.
Yeah, you both played a solid opening, and then it just went bad with a few moves.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the queen fork.
Yeah. I didn't see that. I saw another fork, but this was even better than the fork I saw. But you would have forked my queen as well, so yeah.
Yeah, after that, like after you lost your first piece, which was beautiful, a beautiful pattern by removing the defender by Coco. Like you removed the knight, you traded off the knight, and then you got the bishop, which was really a nice pattern you saw.
Yes.
And then it was just really unfortunate that you, Fabi, did not see that the bishop looked at that b8 square where you moved the rook.
I thought to myself, I have to watch out for that diagonal, and then I just saw the attack on the queen, and yeah.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks like
Yeah.
you fork the queen and then you just take the b pawn, which is totally free then, and you know,
Yeah.
it looks really nice. But then the bishop took, and like at that point it was just like there was this one
Yeah,
hope of that attack on the king.
Yes, I
yeah.
tried everything I could to attack the king side, but yes.
Yeah, but it was a really good game. Like it was another good quality game as well. So are you guys ready for the rematch?
Yes, I'm ready.
This time you've got the white pieces, Fabi, and you really need to make up for this first game. If you do win this, there will be the tiebreaker. So I wish
luck.
both of you good luck, and see you after the game. Okay, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I want to see a tiebreaker. We did not see a single tiebreaker so far in the first round. And I want to see someone who loses the first game and wins the second game to come back. We did already see a draw in the first game, which made it so much more interesting in the second game. There was so much more pressure. And it was so interesting. And I want to see the tiebreaker where it's going to be even more extreme. I want to see that. So, let's go back to the game. E4, E6, the French defense by Coco. Fabi going for the center and then pushing the pawn, French advance. Then searching for the pawn break here is what Coco is doing. And then pushing the pawn, which is a weird move, not gonna lie. Normally you do search for the pawn break with that c5 move and then actually take the pawn as well. But he pushes instead, and now he won the connect 4 as well, which is also really important, you know, when you connect 4. So the best move to abuse that little mistake would have been the b3 move to look to get rid of that pawn chain and open up your rook actually, which looks kind of nice. But now Fabi has got a little lead in development because his knight and his bishop are developed. Only problem is that his dark squared bishop does not do much in this position because his pawn's blocking the center. So now Coco also develops a bishop, and let's see what Fabi does in this position. The b3 move is still good to open up your rook right here, and it also opens up your bishop, which is really nice. But it's just the bishop move to prepare castling next move. Fabi's concentrating on just playing solid again, which is always really good as well. So Coco responds by just developing as well. I think the other knight would have been better, but yeah, that's why I would have preferred some other bishop move here as well, because then you could have developed your knight. But like this, the knight is really not good, which does prevent Coco from castling kingside as well. You don't want to castle king queenside if you push your pawns like this. So this pawn is actually really good for Fabi, because it makes Coco to not be able to castle without putting his knight on this weird h6 square. And you just never want to have your knight on the edge of the board, which is why you don't want to have to move it to h6 right there. So now Fabi castled. We've got a lot of pawn moves going on by Coco especially, and Fabi also completed his connect 4 right here, so it is even in the connect 4 score. And now Coco looks to develop. I do not like this move. This move does nothing. Your own pawns block your bishop in. Your bishop controls less squares than before. Like if you don't move your bishop controls more than right now. I don't like this. It's just like a wasted move a bit, yeah? But the problem is, it is another game like the first one where the position is really, really closed in. So now Fabi is the one that searches for the first pawn break, which I really, really like. So let's see what he is going to do with this pawn break. I'm always yawning so much, it's literally insane. Okay, so Coco is thinking, what is he going to do? Coco just needs to draw this game to get to the quarterfinals. Fabi needs a win to push it to the tiebreaker after losing the first game. Okay, so Coco is going to support his e-pawn with his rook, and he's going to develop his rook as well. So now I still do like this pawn break maybe. Best move is supposed to be h3 or knight db2, knight bd2, which would develop the knight as well. I like developing a knight here, but I think I prefer to just do something with the pawn. Okay, so I'd like to see a little bit more aggression by Fabi. Fabi closes in the position even further with this b4 move, which is fine. Like, you can close in the position, there's nothing wrong about that, but Fabi needs to win this. A draw is not enough, and it is totally even at this point. h5 is the move that is suggested by the engine to just have the pawn storm on the king side maybe. Knight h6 is the move that is played instead, which is the move you really don't want to play. You don't want to play that as well, because you do prepare castling, and there is the opportunity to just take with the bishop. You need to take back with your pawn, and then you can never castle on that side again. We did see someone castle on the king side without a g-pawn yesterday, and it did not work out. It went terribly, to be honest. Okay, I do not like this move by Fabi though. He reroutes his knight maybe. He plays knight fd2, which is really passive. You should have put your other knight on that d2 square to develop it and not undevelop your developed knight. I don't like that, and now the knight gets to be on a nice square again. The black knight is now developed, so now Coco can castle in the next move without worrying about his knight or his pawn structure or his king safety. Now the bishop does come out, does pressure this pawn a bit, but there is no real threat right here. There's nothing to worry about. Coco can just castle in this position. Now his king is safe. He did prepare that move before. And now the queen comes in. It is the same idea to attack this. You have your bishop right here, but it is no real threat again. Coco didn't know how to defend it last time. Even though I really do like that pattern, Coco did recognize it last time and did know a way to defend it. So what is he going to do this time? The engine really didn't like that move as well. The engine now wants that pawn break on the A file. Oh my god. No, it's just a5, a4, a takes b4. There's a lot. Anyway. You see, oh my god. No, it does not mean that it's a tournament with 5 people, with 5 players. It's just the Twitch emote 5 head. It's just that emote. Like, do you know the 5 head emote? You can write it in chat as well. It's kind of a little meme. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like people being stupid, or like people thinking they are smart. And that is why I thought, okay, we are all 5 heads right here. Everybody that's playing is a 5 head in chess. So let's have it the 5 head. Oh, have I not enabled the 5 head emote? Am I that stupid? Let's concentrate on the game first. We did have the g6 move to prevent that bishop threatening anything and attacking that bishop as well, but the pawn is still pinned, so it cannot take. And now the knight redevelops to f3. Now we can really see why this knight bd2, knight fd2 move was really just not doing anything. But this knight move is bad as well. I don't like that. Now there's this knight move, this bishop move. Now there's this bishop h6 move. And that is what Fabi plays. That is what Fabi plays, which pins this knight to the rook. And which makes it really crowded around the king as well. Well, I'm not playing myself, but I should concentrate on commentating. I'm just the host in this tournament and the commentator, you know, professional commentator with the suit, with my whole knowledge. Yeah. So now there is the pawn push, pawn to f5, and the queen retreats to g3. And now this was not a good move because now the knight was the bishop was not defended anymore, so it is captured by the knight, and that was the first fucking move that did anything in this game. That was the first capture after 16 moves in this game. After both players only have 6 and 7 minutes left, we do have the first capture in this game. So I'm not saying this game is not interesting. This is a really, really good game right here. But like, it's the position was just so closed. The pawns, that they both just closed the position with all the pawns. Didn't take anything. And now, for the first time, there's a capture in this game, and I'm glad that there is. I'm glad that there is something happening, you know? Okay, so now the pawn just escapes this bishop. The pawn just goes up, and the rook, I'm stupid. The rook just goes up to escape this attack by the bishop, which was created earlier. But obviously you cannot take the rook right here because your queen is under attack. And now there is the a4 pawn break. Fabi just looks for any kind of counterplay. But I think he should have just played more aggressive in the early game. He shouldn't have closed this position in so much. But that might be my own opinion as well, and not objectively correct, because I don't like to play these kind of positions, but objectively it might be correct to do that. I don't want to say anything about that. Like I won't I'm not good enough of a player to say that is a good position, that is not. I can just say I like this position or I don't like this. And I don't like close positions, I don't like to play them. I don't think they are that interesting to play. And I think that they are really difficult to play as well. But yeah, now there is the pawn break, which has the great advantage that Fabi actually gets to develop his rook for once. But now, Coco finds the moves. There's the discovered attack on the rook, so the knight can just capture this free pawn, which destroys the structure of the pawns. Fabi does not see that. He does not see that. And he just loses the rook for the knight. But he does find the nice move to break the pawn structure of Coco as well. He does find this nice move, which could help him in some way, which is also a queen attack. The queen just slides over to the b6 square. And let's see where this knight is going to go, because it is under attack. Could go maybe to d4. Could go to f4, where it is defended by the bishop, which would free the bishop as well. I like that idea. But he does move to d4, which is defended. The queen is obviously not gonna take that. It would just be stupid to do that. Okay, now there's the pawn push, pawn a5. And let's see. Pawn a5. What is Fabi going to respond? Oh wait, I do know what happened for the 5-head. I just mistyped it in the title. The H needs to be capital. That was my bad. If the H is capital, it is completely fine right there. And then it does show the emote. It's just important to have the capital H. Anyway, let's go back to the game. There was the a5 pawn push by Coco. Coco is still up a bit. Right here, he's up a rook. Just straight up a rook. Why are you asking if you're dumb, Yusi? You have 5-head. We saw that in your game. Yeah, Z, you have 5-head as well. Both of you are in the quarterfinals, so you need to be 5-heads, right? Oh, you can't see them yet. You need to have BTTV enabled as well to see the things. Like it is not enough if I've got better Twitch TV enabled on my channel. You need to have the BTTV extension in your browser as well to see that. Or the Twitch app. I don't know if the Twitch app actually has got the BTTV. No, better Twitch TV. So BTTV. If you search BTTV, there should be something, yeah, like that. There should be something popping up a website where you can just install the extension. And then you can see the 5-head emote. Anyway, let's go back to the game. The a5 push was responded with the knight d2 move. First time in the game that this knight moved. Was the only piece in the game, except from pawns, like the only real piece in the game that did not move so far. The pawn was captured, and the response was the rook to b1, which pins this pawn to the queen. And the response was the bishop to c5, which defends this pawn still and attacks the knight right here. And Coco should trade everything that he can, because you guys know what I'm saying. He's up material, he needs to trade, blah blah blah. Right? I don't need to say that again. I've said that a lot today, that you should trade if you are up material. I should have that as some kind of clip that I can replay if I want to say that. That you just want to trade if you're up material. You just want to trade if you're up material, right? You just want to trade when you are up material, because that's good for you then. Is that enough, guys?
Do
I think it is. Anyway, Coco captured the pawn with his bishop. The bishop is defended by the queen, so the king cannot take. King needs to go to a1. Now the bishop comes in. Now the bishop comes in and attacks the rook. Rook moves up to attack the bishop. And both of them are playing a bit quicker right now, just to win back some time. Both of them are really using their time, which I really like to see. Which is really nice. We've only seen that in the game of Yossi and Infinity Knight so far, that people actually use their time. And that was... I didn't even see that. That was a mate in one. GG.
Well played.
Thank you.
I didn't even look at the engine line. I was talking about something else, and then I just saw the checkmate.
I saw
Yeah.
it when it was too late. Oh.
Yeah.
It always seemed like a good move. Actually, that's probably what I would have done, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if there would have been what would have been the better move.
I did not expect that sudden end. The engine move, I can tell you the engine move. After that bishop move, it would have been knight d4.
D4.
To block the queen of the bishop and attack the other bishop.
Okay.
You do
Yeah,
lose a
okay.
pawn in that trade, or lose the rook, but you don't get checkmated, so that's an advantage.
At least.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I didn't hear
I'm sorry to say it, Fabi, but you are not in the quarterfinals, obviously. You did put up a good fight though, and congrats to you, Coco. To proceed.
Thank you.
To proceed to the quarterfinals with a clean 2-0. And
Good luck in the quarterfinals.
I'm just
to
gonna
you.
say it was another high quality game. We've seen really good games in the first round already, and this was one of them, because like I can see a big correlation between people actually using their time and high quality chess. Because we've seen games where people just play their moves in like 10 seconds per move and end up with like 9 minutes in the end. And you guys actually use your time, you guys actually thought about the moves, and you could really see that in the quality of the game as well. So, thank you guys again for playing. And Coco, your opponent will be Z in the quarterfinals, if you didn't know that already. So I wish you good luck in that matchup. And
Good luck.
yeah, I'll guess we'll see each other in the next few days, right? And thanks for playing again.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Geff, for example, you played really quick as well. I'm not saying that that was a low quality game, but you ended with a lot of time left on the clock. And I think if you think more about the moves, there's less blunders as well. I think that is really a thing to consider. Oh fuck, I just saw I never changed my title. I'm stupid. It's not the analysis and not with QWERTY at this point. It was just a match between Fabi and Coco. Ah, shit. I really do need mods at some point that help me with that kind of stuff. I should do some mod application thing, something like that, so that I've got someone that actually wants to help me with that. Okay, so let's go back to the full cam. Let's have some nice text here instead of analysis time, because we don't analyze right now. And then, yeah, there's not much to say anymore. I just want to say thank you to every participant so far. The first round is over and we have seen really nice games. And I'm just really happy that everyone actually showed up on time for their match. I was really afraid that some people were just like, oh yeah, there was a tournament, oh I forgot. Which is why I really pressured everyone to be there on time. But that was no problem for most of the matches. So yeah, I'm just happy to see that. And yeah, we will be back, or I will be back with the next game tomorrow, which will be Evan versus Yossi. QWERTY and me talked about this match specifically earlier. This is going to be a banger. Like, I'm gonna say, straight up say it, that is a finals matchup. That is two really good players. That is two players who looked at each other before the game, who maybe prepared a few things, who really think about their moves, who don't blunder that much. That is going to be an exciting matchup. I'm really looking forward to that one. And I hope you guys are as well. And then tomorrow the second matchup is going to be QWERTY versus Gaff, which is going to be really interesting as well. So tomorrow is going to be really hype. Tomorrow is actually going to be really hype, because QWERTY versus Gaff will be an interesting matchup. Both could win this. I think Gaff has got a slight favorite role maybe, because QWERTY is still quite new to the game, even though he trained a lot. And Evan versus Yossi is just, that is just a finals matchup, as I already said multiple times today. And yeah, then I'm just gonna say thank you for being here again. Oh, one last thing. I wanted to talk about that one more when when actually something arrives that is going to be delivered in a few days. But let's look at that one now. I just want to drop that cheeky thing, that cheeky self-promo, because I already talked about me working on some designs. I already talked about that like a few days or weeks ago on stream. And wait, I just the placement of the smartphone is really not that nice. And I'm already directly looking into the light, which is not good for my eyes. But anyway, what I wanted to show you, which scene could I use for this shit? Don't I have a browser scene? Yes, I do have a browser scene. I'm stupid. Anyways, I do have a browser scene. This is what I wanted to show you. I have got the merch shop up and running. I wouldn't necessarily call it merch actually, because it doesn't have much to do with my channel itself, but it's just some designs I made. There is an extension of the shop and the link to the shop in the description as well.
How are you have hours of time to watch me?
Oh, I love the sounds. I love the sounds. It's just so random. I love this. Someone just drops the random $5 a month. Yeah. Well, yeah. Would be kind of weird to pay $5 a month for a hoodie. But yeah, that is what I wanted to show you. I've got 3 designs up so far. I also posted something on Instagram today, which was that due to me, due to the 3rd design, which is the zero confidence design right here, going live today, that went live earlier today, and to celebrate that, I do have the Lucas10 promo code up and running. So if you want to buy something in the shop, make sure to use Lucas10 as a promo code in checkout to get 10% off anything. So that is the cheeky self promo I just wanted to drop here in the end. And yeah, we've got everything in multiple designs as well. This is, as I said, the newest hoodie, and we've got that in this nice red. We've got it in this pink, in this nice little white pink thing, you know, in this grey, and this black. I just like the colors, you know. And I think one of my favorite colors is this sky blue. I think it's called sky blue. I love this color, not gonna lie. My first design was actually just the drink water one. It just says drink water. I don't know. I just think it's funny. And I actually got myself the drink water hoodie in this blue. In this nice sky blue. But yeah. Anyways. That is just something I quickly wanted to show you. That this is up and running. And it is the URL is lucasvlogs.store. There is the panel down there in my bio where it links to the shop as well. You can also shop directly in the extension, but I don't think I've added the newest hoodie. So yeah, make sure to check out that shop. Oh no, that is not where I wanted to go. No, I didn't want to stream my Twitch account. Anyway. A high quality professional streamer, by the way, again. Anyway, yeah, that was another 5 minutes of me just cheeky self-promoting my own merch store. Yeah, I guess I deserve this one. Anyway, that is something I've said a lot today as well. But yeah. Anyway, that will be it.
$5 a month. How do you have
Oh
hours
my
of
god.
time to watch me and not $5?
How much channel points do all of you have? How do you all have so many channel points? I really should increase the price of this. I really should make it like 300 channel points or something like that. so that you guys don't have like 4,000 channel points each. 2.4k. That is 24 alerts. I'm really glad that no talk. I'm really glad the no talking one is 300 instead of 100. That is just so good. You've got 1.6k yourself, Coco. Oh my god. What have I done? What have I done with all these redemption things? Well, at least it's funny, and that's the point of it, right? If you guys like seeing 10 seconds of me not talking randomly during my stream, if that's entertaining for you, I guess that's fine by me, right?
A month. Harry, you have hours of
You've got a
time to
funny one
watch
for
me,
5k?
and not $5.
I've got the flex thing for 5k. Well, I can flex myself. Doesn't really do anything, but now I flex because I've got infinite missed wins. Because I'm so good in chess that I've got infinite missed wins. Game 1 was the best play you've ever best game you've ever played. It was a really, really nice game. Especially, I really liked this. Wait, what did I? Yeah, I really like this bishop move where you traded the knight on the A file and then could capture the bishop. That was like something straight out of a puzzle, not gonna lie. That was just really, really nice. I really like that. You could keep me silent for 3 minutes or redeem a flex. Yeah. That's your choice. You know, flexing on the poor ones is always a good option, right? Like, if you want to see me being silent for 3 minutes straight, I guess I'm gonna take that because I'm just gonna be so happy that that you don't have any channel points anymore. But I think flexing is a good alternative, you know? Flexing on the poor people. It's basically like you're saying, here's my money rain. Poor people, look, you can't do that, but I can. I've got so many channel points, I can just randomly take 5k just to flex, you know? That's what you're doing if you redeem a flex. And that's a nice idea, right? Oh my god. Okay, sometimes I think I'm a terrible human being. Anyway, I've said anyway way too much. It's literally insane. Well, still, that was still it for today. I said that like 10 minutes ago already before I even showed the shop. But yeah, keep in mind to visit the shop, you know? If you want to get something, just be sure to use Lucas10 as a code. I can post it in chat again so that you do see that code and you are able to redeem it in the end, you know? Because it does give you 10% off your purchase in the Lucas Vlogs store. So, yeah. Thank you guys for being here again. Thank you guys for watching again. That's it for day 4 of the tournament. That is it for round 1 of the tournament. And we will be back for tomorrow with the quarter finals. I am hyped. Tomorrow we will have the first 2 semi-finals contestants that will be set. And that is really hype, not gonna lie. Like, it's already quarterfinals. So it's already only the top 8 players. And especially tomorrow with... I've said that a lot already, but Evan versus Yossi, it's just a final matchup. That is just such a good match. I'm really hyped to see that. Okay. But I'm gonna stop it now. I'm gonna stop saying how good that game is going to be. And I'm gonna finally end the stream at this point. I thought about just dragging it out a bit and then rating you, Quaddy. But I don't think I can drag it out any further at this point. Because I've done too much self-promo and too much talking about how good Evan Withers Yossi is gonna be. So... yeah. I think that's enough, you know? So, yeah. I feel like I'm really bad at ending the stream. Like, I should just be like, oh yeah, guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you. And then end the stream, but I'm always like, oh yeah, see you guys and have a great evening. And, anyway, there's this, and then, yes, see you guys, have a great evening, you know? It's like over and over again. I'm like in this vicious cycle of not ending the stream while being in the end of the stream. It's weird. And now I'm talking about not being able to end the stream while I want to end the stream. I'm stupid. I should really just end the stream now. Yeah. You guys have a good night. Just ignore what confused and yeah, you just ignore what I'm saying if I'm confused, which is basically every time, I guess. So yeah. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just happy you guys were here. I'm excited for tomorrow. And I hope I can see you guys tomorrow again for another day of the tournament and for the first quarterfinals. And until then, have a great rest of the night or rest of the evening, rest of the day, wherever you are. And I'll see you tomorrow.